My name is Justin Simoni, and today we're gonna play with Caltopo. I recently wrote an article on my website about mountain safety, some things to do before you go on the trip, to tell people like what are you doing, where are you going, and one of the things I suggested was to make a Caltopo map and then give that link to the Caltopo map to your friends so they know where you're going. So say something happens to you, you're late or whatever, they at the very least know kind of approximately where you're going to be, what you want to do there, and things like that. So I mean, there's directions in the article itself, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll link it into the description below. But I thought it'd be just easier to make a screencast showing you exactly how to do it, and rather so you don't have to scroll through a bunch of screenshots with arrows pointing at stuff. So here we go. I'm at caltopo.com, and this is the map you get. And what I want to do now is show people the track of my hike, basically. So we're going to go to Longs Peak. I love going to Longs Peak, and we're going to go up the cables route, which is a really cool route. Prior to this, I did some research, found a GPX track I liked, and that's what I want to put on this map. So that GPX track is already on my computer, and all I have to do is import it. So we're in Caltopo, and in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see a link that says import with a button pointing up. So we're going to click that. And you get this modal window that comes up, and in it, there's a button that says browse. Click that button, and then that's where we're going to pick our GPX track. So the GPX track I want is right there. So I'm going to open that. Caltopo is going to say, what's the day you want me to import? It's a little geeky. It's a little like gloves off, but yeah, that's what I want. Just say import. So I'm going to click the import button in that window. It's going to go into some stuff. Okay, so now Caltopo just wants me to save the map. I got to give it a name. Let's say demo. And then it's a public map. So where it says share your map, I want to select public, just so anyone that needs to see it can see it. Say Search and Rescue needs this map. Whoever has that link can just send the link to there. And then I'm going to hit save. Cool. So Caltopo has put that track on my map and saved it. And if you look in the address bar of my browser, that's what I want to copy and then put in, say, an email or something, text it to my friends just so they know where I'm going before I go. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Cool. So that red line is my track. And on the right-hand side, we have the trailhead, and then the summit's on the southwest side, the left-hand side here. Just so it's kind of clear to me, I'm going to select the line by just clicking on it. And I'm going to click that link that says edit, and I just want to make that line a little thicker, just so it's like painfully obvious that's where I'm going. So I'm going to make it like, I don't know, six in line weight, what that means. And I'm going to change the color to something that's not already on the map. If you look at the map itself, you'll see that there's already trails that are dashed that are red. I want this one to stand out, so I'm going to make it, let's just make it purple. Cool. So big purple line, that's where I'm going. And basically that's it. What I can also do is add other elements to this map. So say in my email I'm saying, hey, I'm going to Longs Peak via the cables, but if conditions don't look great, I'm going to do something else instead. I'm going to summit a different mountain. In Longs Peak, there's another peak called Mount Lady Washington. Makes a good secondary objective if my main plans don't work out. So let's say I'm going to go there, and in my email I'll say I'm going to go to Mount Lady Washington if conditions don't look good. So on my map in Caltopo, you can click and drag, and you can move the map around. Double click, and you zoom in. Right, so that's Mount Lady Washington right there. I'm going to add another line that just goes from my main track to Mount Lady Washington, where I can make a backup plan. So in Caltopo, I go back to the upper left-hand corner, and there's a big button that says Add. Click that. All right, and the second option is one that says Line. Click that. All right, now I can make a line. I'm going to, here's Mount Lady, Washington right here. I'm going to make a line that like juts off of my main track, goes to Mount Lady, Washington. So click where I want to start the map, start the line, excuse me, and then click every time I want to add another segment to that line, right? Till I get to Mount Lady, Washington. I'll click it again, and then just double click, right? Boom. Now I have two tracks on my map. One I imported, right? And one I just drew right onto Caltopo. Again, I'm going to click that line I just made. And then that little pop-up comes up, and I'm going to hit edit. Great. And then I'll label this like backup plan or something, whatever. And then again, I'm going to change the color to something that's not a color that's already on the map, so it's very clear that this is something I added. So I'm going to just make it like dark blue. Cool. And I'll make it kind of thick again. I'll make it 6. And yeah, good. So now I have two tracks, my main track, my main plan, and then a backup if something doesn't go wrong. And then, yeah, so we got two things, and I'll add those two things in like an email, like, hey, I'm going to Longs Peak, but if it doesn't work out, I'll go to Mount Washington. And then this map will illustrate exactly what's going on. So if I want, you know, I can also on this map say, let's label where the crux is going to be, where I think I might run into trouble and have to turn back or something. So in the cables route, that crux is kind of right there. So I'm going to zoom in. Cool. And again, I'm going to add what's called, I think it's called a marker in Caltopo. So there's a couple ways to do that. You can go back to add and then click marker. And then you'll see that red dot appears. Great. I can take that and then move it where I want it. I think crux of cables is like right there. And I'll just label it in that pop-up menu again. I'll label it crux. And I like exclamation points, apparently. And where it says style, you see it's that red dot. I'm going to change that to something cooler. And I got a whole bunch of options that Caltopo comes with. And this exclamation point, because I love exclamation points, and a triangle looks perf. So we're going to say that, and we're going to make it big. Make it a little bigger. Good. And I'm going to leave it, yeah. So that's going to let people know that, hey, if something's going to go sideways, it's probably going to be here. So if, like, say my track stops, if I have an Inreach with me and my track stops right there, good chance something happened. Hopefully it's just that I dropped the Inreach, but you never know. So I'm going to say, okay, cool. Now we have two lines and a marker. Awesome. And you can leave markers anywhere you want. I mean, we can leave one, say at the summit of Longs Peak, put it like destination or something. A lot of times I ride my bike to Longs Peak from Boulder because I'm completely crazy. So a good idea is I'm going to put a marker at the trailhead that says bike's going to be here. So if people are going looking for me and they don't see my bike there, pretty good chance I'm not there already. I left and I'm somewhere else en route to Boulder going back home or something. That's good information to know. So people aren't like in the middle of the night in Longs Peak looking for me. So I'm going to drag the map over here. Here's the trailhead. I'm going to put another marker. Sorry. Add marker. And there's that marker again. I'm going to put it at the trailhead. And I'm just going to label this one leaving bike here. Yeah. Cool. And change the style again, maybe to a bicycle. Yeah, there's a bicycle. Actually, the circles are pretty sick. It's pretty rad. So I'm going to get the bike guy, and we'll make that like red so it stands out again. Yeah, and we'll make it like a medium. Okay, it's a medium. Cool. So now people know that I'm leaving my bicycle there. Sweet. Cool. And that's all there is to it. So again, like once you're done with your map, just copy the URL that's in address bar, paste it into an email or something, and now people have an idea of where you're going on your trip. That's basically it. There's a few other things we could do if you'd like. Okay, so you have this Caltopo track. You can use it for navigation. Caltopo also has a phone app, so you can view this map that I just created on your phone if you'd like. I go through how to do that in the article that I'll link in the description. You can also share this map or actually just export the information and then import it into another application like the Inreach map, for example. And then people can see where you're planning to go while looking at your live updated, constantly updated Inreach map. So let me show you how to do that, because I think that's super powerful too. So we're still in Caltopo, right? And in Caltopo, we're going to find the export button, which again is in the upper left-hand corner, right next to the import button. We're going to click it. Boom, this comes up. These are your options. Where it says check and uncheck all, check it all. Where it says format above, it says GeoJSON. Good stuff, not what I want. I just want something that says GPX. Perfect. So make sure the format's GPX and click the export button in the lower right of that little window. Boom. Save it. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to go to explore.inreach.com, which is like the control panel to control your little Inreach device. Cool. Here it is. I'm going to move this window that I'm living in down here, because I'm blocking the button that I need now. So I'm in explore.inreach.com in the map. So you got to click on the map button tab thing right here. Cool. And then there's a link in here that says import. Looks like that little box with a downward facing arrow. Perfect. Now there's a couple steps to this. It's kind of complicated. I don't know why they make it so complicated, but here we go. It's not as complicated as the first things. So we're going to click that button that says import. Okay, so we're going to import a GPX file, which is just what we exported from Caltopo. Perf. I don't know what a course is. Don't ask me. Okay. We're going to select import lines as routes, because that's what you do. And then this, okay, I hate questions and I hate forms. We're going to select just add imported items to my library. I have no idea what those other things do. Very, very powerful piece of software. Click next. Now you can actually select your file that you want to import in by clicking here. And then that file we just exported is right there, because we named our map demo. And I'm going to hit open. Cool. So I think it knows what's going on. I'm going to click yet another button in that modal window that says import. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Okay, thinking, come on. Yes! So, now when I turn on my Inreach and it starts tracking me, it won't just show my location, it will show me the map of where I intend to go. So this is super cool. So say I'm off route, terribly off route. At least people who are watching my map, my significant others, my friends and family, my housemates, whatever, they could tell me that. For example, like say they can message me on Inreach, right? Saying you are so completely off route. What's up? Or are you alive? Or things like that. Or like I'm calling search and rescue this second because there's, that's where the dragon lives or whatever. So that's good. And then, maybe you don't even need to share the Caltopo map if you don't want to. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. You do lose a couple pieces of information if you look, because like the colors of our tracks are gone. Our custom icons are gone, but like at least they're labeled. Like my crux is labeled crux. Most of the information is being relayed, so that's good. And if you click on the map, you can... No. Okay, so most of the information is being relayed. People can kind of tell what's going on. If they can't tell, describe it in the email. Okay, so that's basically all I want to tell you on this little screencast is how to make a simple map in Caltopo, how to import a track, how to create a new line in Caltopo, and how to add markers. And that was hopefully super easy. Then just copy and paste the URL that's in your browser window, paste it into an email, into a text message, whatever. Test it out, make sure it goes to the thing it's supposed to go to the thing, and share it with your friends and family so they know where you're going to be before you go on your trip. And that's it. If you have any other tips or tricks that you would like to share, please leave them in the comments or do whatever. If these kinds of demos are useful to you, let me know. Add that to the comments. Do the like and subscribe stuff and smash the buttons or really terrible at this. I hate saying that kind of stuff, but you know the drill. And yeah, if these prove useful, I'll do more. It's really fun to do. So let me know. And until the next time.